How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about CEI Camber Energy. Some of you have been sending me some messages, Dre, we need an update. So of course I put this video together. As far as what I've been seeing from the price action, we have some consolidation. I'll talk about it further. I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you're a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is the technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support, we want to know resistance, and on top of that, I'll be sharing what my swing trade strategy would look like. And then we're going to go on Fintel, taking a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information. The reason why this is important because the short interest has an impact on the way the stock performs. And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know what was the buying and as well as the selling behavior like on the retail side and as well as for the institutional side. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for CEI Camber Energy. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $1.12, being up 0.90%. On the low, it tested $1.10, and then on the high, testing $1.15. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 23.371 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days being at 45.128 million shares. So definitely well below the average when it comes to volume, but one thing we have to keep in mind, it did have a green day, even though it's only up 1 cent on the day. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is the daily chart, we can see from the RSI down below, it is right around 45.58. And then when we take a look at the moving averages we have here on our chart, we are below the 50-day, the 21-day EMA, as well as for the 100-day, but we do have strength above the 200-day. So as far as for the bearish case scenario for CEI, you'd want to see strength if it decided to pull back at this $1 level. So here's a swing trade idea right here. So if you're going to want to get into this play, of course, this is not financial advice. This is if I was going to do it, then I'd have a stop loss here around 96 cents. So I try to get an entry as close to $1 as possible. We ended up testing $1.10 on the day, and we ended up seeing a high of $1.15 on the day. We also do have the 100-day at $1.17. So if we had price action above $1.15, I'm looking for that move to $1.17. So essentially we can get to the 21-day EMA at $1.22. And I feel getting above this level, it will start bringing more traders into the play, and then we could potentially look for a strong move to see how well we do at the $1.28 level, since this has been an area of resistance back on the 1st of December and as well over here on the 30th of November. And then you'd want to see a move going all the way here to $1.36, and of course this is going to be a psychological area, but getting past it will then bring us over here to $1.50. And I've talked about this in previous videos for CEI. Momentum above $1.50, this stock could really start taking off. But for the most part, in regards to what we're just seeing a lot of consolidation in this particular range, and this is not bad whatsoever. As long as it's able to hold up $1, then I'd want to look forward to seeing us essentially being able to break out. So continue to keep this on your watch list. But as far as the swing trade strategy, you guys have heard it, and that's what I'm going to be looking forward to. So we're going to take a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information for CEI. So scrolling down further on the page, green rows indicate new positions while red rows indicate closed positions. So let's take a look at the recent filings for the 29th. So we have Vanguard Balance Index Fund Investor shares that purchased 143,900 shares, and also here we have Vanguard Institutional Total Stock Market Index Fund that purchased purchase 83,352 shares. And we also could take a look for November the 26th. We have the FOMO ETF that took a position for 21,927 shares. Keep in mind, these are just the filing dates. They did not make the purchase on these particular dates, all right? So now, when we take a look at the short interest, the dark pool short volume ratio is at 44.74%, and then for the dark pool short volume being just over 9.23 million shares. Scrolling down further on the page, the short shares availability is at 850,000, updated 27 minutes ago, and then for the short borrow fee rate, it is at 4.46%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume ratio, we can see for the close of December the 3rd, it was at 36.31, and then for the close of December the 6th, it was at 44.74, which is taken into consideration yesterday. So what this tells us, CEI does have short squeeze potential, and this is why if you have a lot of buying pressure and there's a lot of volume coming into the stock, we could see some moves to the upside. So while it is consolidating, this is why I say you want to keep this play on your watch list. So now let's jump into the order flow distribution. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for CEI. So we could see here on the inflow, it was at 3,594, and then on the outflow, it was at 4,072. So it ended up having an outflow day. When we take a look at the breakdown on the large, it was 1,287. On the medium, it was 1,629, and then on the small, it was at 677. When we take a look at the outflow side on the large, it was 994. On the medium, it was 2,021, and then on the small, it was 1,057. Taking a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you could see for today, December the 7th, it being that inflow of 293.7, and we also did see this on the 6th at 345.89. Analyzing the numbers even further, taking a look at the small scale orders, which tends to represent the retail side, we had more selling than we had buying. When we take a look at the medium side, we had more selling than we had buying, and of course when we take a look at the large, we had more buying than we had selling. Now, when we take a look at the turnover ratio, it is at 9.47%. So what this tells me right away, there are traders that are going in and out of this play. Plus on top of that, many are selling out of their positions, and we saw this inside of the order flow. But institutions have been loading up on shares, and this is probably part of the reasons why it was able to actually be green, even though it was only up like 1 cent on the day. So now let's go into the final thoughts, and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for Camber Energy, and like I was saying in the beginning of the video, what we have is consolidation. As long as we continue to have strength above that $1 level and also staying above the 200-day, which is at $1, then I really don't mind it, because then we can look forward to seeing a strong pop. And that pop that we're looking for is a move going to $1.30 and then essentially going to $1.50 and then seeing where we could go from there. But the only way this is going to happen is with increased volume and buying pressure. We could see, as far as for on the retail side, many people are selling. But we have to keep in mind institutions are loading up. Also, potentially, this could also be short sellers. So I want to make sure that you're very clear about this and you know the volatility that comes with this play. Because even when we went on Fintel, the short interest does tell us it has short squeeze potential. There's many shorts who are vested in this play wanting to bring the stock down. And this is why I say you want to see strength at that 200-day, which is exactly $1. The moment it breaks through that 200-day, that's when we're officially in a bear market for CEI. So I want to make sure you guys are able to formulate some sort of a strategy. Of course, this is not financial advice, but I want to make sure you come out on the winning side of your trade. So let's see how CEI performs for the rest of the week. I will continue to keep an eye on it, and let me know inside of the comment section if you have a position in the stock as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll be talking real soon.